Hi darlings, my name is Prag. In this video we are going to discuss about Dicot-Leaf. Firstly, leaf is the main place where photosynthesis occurs. Most of the leaves are usually green due to the presence of the chlorophyll pigment in the leaf cells. And however, some cells may be different colors due to the different pigments present in these cells which is dominating this green chlorophyll. This dicot-leaf mainly have three parts. One is epidermis part and mesophyll part and vascular bundle part. If we cut the transverse section of a dicot-leaf, we find the outermost layer, the epidermis. This epidermis is usually made up of a single layer of cells, and these cells are closely arranged without intercellular spaces. And this epidermis is seen on the both sides of the leaves, upper side and the lower side. The upper epidermis is known as the adaxial epidermis and the lower epidermis is known as the abaxial epidermis. This epidermis helps in the protection of the leaf. Outside this epidermis is present a thick cuticle. This cuticle helps in preventing the flower from the water loss. This cuticle is present on both the upper and lower epidermis. This upper epidermis is thicker than the lower epidermis, and lower epidermis have more stomata than the upper epidermis. In many cases, the upper epidermis of dicot plants won't have stomata, but the lower epidermis have the stomata. And this dicot leaf is also described as dorsiventral leaf because both upper and lower epidermis are of different types. In between these adaxial epidermis or upper epidermis and lower epidermis, the complete region is the mesophyll region. This mesophyll is made up of parenchymatic cells. In case of dicotyledon leaves, these parenchyma cells are of two types. One is pellicidae mesophyll and the other one is spongy mesophills. The cells of these pellicidae mesophills are vertically placed and parallel to each other, and intercellular spaces between these cells are completely absent. And below this pellicidae mesophyll is the spongy mesophyll. The cells of this spongy mesophyll are oval, round or irregularly shaped, and these spongy mesophills are loosely packed and intercellular spaces are seen. These intercellular spaces are the gap between this mesophyll region is known as the air cavity, and presence of this air cavity is helpful in exchanging of the gases between these air cavities. Inner to this mesophyll, we see the vascular bundles. Vascular bundles of dicotyledon leaves are surrounded by the compact layers of parenchymatic cells known as the border parenchyma or bundle sheet cells. This xylem in dicotyledon leaf is present towards the upper epidermis, and phloem is present towards the lower epidermis. And vascular bundles in dicotyledon leaves are conjoint, collateral and closed type. Conjoint means both xylem and phloem are on the same radii. Collateral means one end as the phloem, like this, one end as the phloem and another end as the xylem. Closed means there is no cambium in between these xylem and phloem. Because of absence of this cambium, we cannot see secondary growth in dicot leaves. Even it is a dicot, we cannot see the secondary growth in case of leaves. This xylem, which is present toward the upper side, contains vessels, tracheids, xylem fibers and parenchyma cells, and phloem, which is towards the lower epidermis, consists sieve tubes, companion cells, parenchyma cells and phloem fibers. Dicotyledon leaves are the hypostomatic leaves because hypostomatic means the stomata are usually present on the lower surface of the leaf. Upper surface may be present or completely absent. Dicotyledon leaves are usually described as dorsiventral leaves because both upper epidermis and lower epidermis are of different types, and upper epidermis is thicker than the lower epidermis. Pellicidae parenchyma cells contains more chloroplast than the spongy parenchyma. This chloroplast helps in the photosynthesis of the leaf. The upper surface of the dicot leaf is more dark, and while the lower surface is light green in color. The guard cells of the stomata in case of dicotyledon leaves are of kidney shaped cells.